try this. All right, let's welcome everyone to our regularly scheduled January 26, 2022 Wednesday agenda. If you will join me and everyone and salute to our nation's flag, please. Are you going to run over there? Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Introduction of commissioners and staffers.
Vito Chiesa, Stanislaus County member.
Amy Bublak, city member.
Manny Graywall from Stanislaus County, sitting in for Vice Chair Terry Withrow.
Mayor Lopez, city member.
Javier Camarena, Assistant Executive Officer.
Sarah Lytle-Penny, Executive Officer.
Rob Tiro, LAFCO Council.
Jennifer Vieira, Commission Clerk.
Outstanding, all present. All right, this is the time set aside for public comment, and I have 3 cards thus far, so I will just begin with it's 3-minute increments. And the first one is Dan Wetston, correct?
Weston.
I got it wrong. I apologize, but I got Dan right.
Halfway there.
I'd like to talk about the Riverwalk project, proposed project for Riverbank. We've got a group that lives along that bluff there that overlooks the river bottom, and we all feel the same way. It's out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's not even, contiguous with Riverbank. Well, why start something way out there when they're doing crossroads, and the river bottom is just beautiful. I've been watching hawks hunt out behind my house, and we had a bunch of raccoons in the backyard the other day. It's just, pure farmland. And the traffic, it's just amazing how bad the traffic is, and how, once Crossroads gets done, how much worse is it going to be? And then they're going to start building homes there at the Riverwalk area. It just seems insane. So we implore you to look at that closely and just think of the effects that it might have. Thank you.
Thank you. Jamie?
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Jamie Yeagers. I'm a resident of Stanislaus County. I've lived here all my life. My address is 7730 McHenry Avenue, and our parcel is within the proposed project area of the Riverwalk project. We bought our property almost 40 years ago. We've lived on the property for 35 years, and we're very concerned about this proposed development. We moved out of the city limits because we wanted to live in a rural agricultural area, and we do farm the property. We don't mind the dust, the noise, the farmers needing to spray in the middle of the night because the area is beautiful. In fact, right now, this piece of property is all tilled up and ready to go for the next crop, and you can still see some of the orange pumpkin remnants from when they were harvested this fall. Homes should be built on lesser quality soils, not soils identified in the State Department's farmland mapping program as prime, which these soils are. The properties along McHenry Avenue and down Hogue Road, which is just south of us, are very unique because they sit up on a bluff. So this property is, I'm going to guess, 80 to 100 feet below where our homes sit. And so if this property was approved to be developed, literally as far as your eyes can see, there would be homes and pavement. And again, that just seems like a crime on soils that are so incredibly fertile and grow literally anything. So our ask is that if this project comes before you, that you not approve it. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Can I ask staff, has there been any hearings because this process has started out kind of slow? Where is Riverbank in the process? Do you know? Have they?
We have not seen an update since the notice of preparation for the EIR.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Agers.
Good evening. My name is Barney Agers. Jamie's my wife. Consequently, we live in the same address or at the same address. This river bottom land is right now serving its best possible purpose. It's been farmed since the early 1800s. It is potentially prone to flooding. It is protected by a levee that is not certified by Army Corps of Engineers. In the flood of '97, or the big rainfall, daily I was going out to that levee to see how high the river was. I understand that whole bottomland flooded in 1957. There was a dairy there, and they lost 400 or 500 head of cattle due to the flooding. It's not immune from flooding. To have 3,000 or more homes down there and have an outlier of a year, snow year, rain year, it just, number one point, it doesn't make sense to build a bunch of homes there. There are better places. This is a pristine area that's hidden. A lot of people don't even know it's down there. The second thing is, as Mr. Whetstone said, presently the roads in that area are overwhelmed at key times. Riverbank doesn't need to have this gridlock. They don't. If you put 3,000 homes there, they're going to be exiting onto McHenry Avenue just south of the new bridge, or onto Patterson Road. It's just a bad spot to put homes, in my opinion. If you want to come out and look at it for yourself, do a little study, we'd be happy to host you. Thank you for listening. I encourage you, if this comes to vote no on it. So obviously I'm opposed to this. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Karen Conrato?
Hi, my name is Karen Conrado. Good evening. LAFCO was created to preserve farmland and guide growth logically and ethically. As I drive throughout Stanislaus County, I see many small areas being developed, but this Riverwalk proposed development is a massive undertaking. It will have up to probably 3,000 homes, which means maybe 6,000 or more vehicles. It appears to me that there's inadequate road structure coming in and out of the property, and so I worry that not only the impact on 2 McHenry Avenue and Patterson Road, but also that the state perhaps will, or traffic, this Caltrans, would demand additional egress and ingress. And I think that could lead to eminent domain of taking property around Hogue Road and River Heights area, Park Ridge area, to develop those roadways. Because I think that in an emergency situation, flood, fire, or anything else, there is not adequate. There are not adequate roads. I didn't mean to go straight into infrastructure, but since I've already talked about traffic, that traffic would impact all the surrounding areas. So we're talking Oakdale, Riverbank, Escalon, Modesto, all the way freeway, because there's a good chance that these are commuters that will be buying these homes if it goes through. So you're talking about Bay Area traffic as well. So Manteca, everybody else, Tracy, on up. Another would be, if there's commuters, that's going to be not low-income housing. So it's not addressing a need in our area as well. This area is prime agricultural farmland, designated as so, prime in the world. And we all know that Stanislaus County, that the agricultural economic worth of our agriculture this river bottom has grown for just the last several years. Usually it's in trees, but the trees were taken out. Most of the trees were taken out, the walnut trees. And they've been, they planted watermelon 1 year and pumpkins for 2 years. But those trucks have worked day and night. There's such a massive amount of produce that has come through. And we're talking also about the workers that depend on this land to survive, to have a good income. These workers, they have a good employer.
We'll have many more meetings before
Okay, yeah,
that.
thank you.
Thank you.
But thank you. Anyway, my gist is please deny this proposal. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else who did not fill out a card that wishes to speak in public? Okay, we will close the public comment period and move on to approval of minutes of September 22nd. Looking for a motion?
Motion approved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against say nay. Unanimous. It passes. Correspondence.
There is no specific correspondence other than what's on your agenda.
Alrighty. Declarations of conflicts of interest.
None.
Disqualifications. Hearing and seeing none. Consent items. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to pull any of this off for the consent items? Okay. If not, then is there a motion to?
Motion to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against say nay. Passes unanimous. Thank you.
There's many motions since I'm actually a voting member today.
I know, it's crazy, huh?
I want to pass up the privilege.
Moving on, public hearings, none. Other business, annual election of officers, and here we go. So, the chair, is there a nomination for chair?
Motion Terry Withrow as the vice chair. Motion Terry Withrow to the chair position.
Okay, is
I'll
there?
second that motion.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against say nay. Okay, it passes. Congratulate him when he finds out about it.
I'll text him.
I will nominate Mr. O'Brien for vice chair. I just received notice that he's interested. So,
You did.
yes.
Through text. Okay. I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against say nay. All right,
What
passes
are
unanimously.
the chances of the next month's chair and vice chair both being absent and getting elected? So there's a precedent here, so
Yeah,
don't miss
you
your
better
meeting.
show up.
Or you're going to be in.
Ouch. All right, so we have commissioner comments.
Nothing, budget looks good on consent, and we had talked to in the past, I know that this is just a thought process because the member agencies present, I know that member O'Brien had asked if staffing is enough and how we feel, and I've never heard back from anyone, so I'm assuming it's okay, but just always keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to ask. It doesn't mean you're going to get a position, but if you need it to do the work, if the load is too great, make sure you let us know.
All right, any other commissioner comments? This is your big opportunity. Geared up for nothing. Okay. Additional matters at the discretion of the chairperson, I have nothing. And executive officers report.
Yep, just wanted to let you know that on the horizon, we're anticipating 2 annexation applications from the city of Modesto. One we have tentatively scheduled for our March meeting. The other one we're hoping to hear probably a month or 2 after that. We'll also be getting an application, we just got a draft of it, from the Monterey Park Tract Community Services District. They would like to add provision of sewer services as part of their powers. And then just to give you an update, we're currently finishing up our 3-year audit process with the Cropper Accountant Group. And we are also working our way, at least in the early stages, through the fire municipal service review, which has all sorts of updates even happening this week. So we're working on that document. But at this time, we're recommending canceling the February meeting, and we'll be working on items for March 23rd.
Can you give us a teaser on the 2 annexations, where their approximate location?
Yeah, one is, they're calling it Fairview number 2, and that is Carpenter and Hatch.
Carpenter and Hatch.
Northeast Carpenter and Hatch.
They're almond trees now, next to where they have
And
the
there's a-
houses, okay?
Yeah.
The
and
Baba
then
property?
The other one is, I'm getting my street mixed. Kansas and Carpenter. It's a single parcel on the southwest corner for a gas station.
They used to have a fruit barn there or something, or they'd sell fruit, or, yeah, okay. And then on Monterey Park, are they all on septic?
Yes.
They have water service from Ceres, right,
Right.
through the grant? They want to add sewer from Ceres or their own, they want to become their own municipality?
It'll be their own plant, their own package plant. So they're receiving funding, and Self-Help Enterprises is helping them put together the application for it.
It's gotten expensive.
And there's no utility for them to get a grant to run a sewer line, right?
Right, so there'll be a feasibility study attached to their application that talks about the different options that they considered, which included Keys and Ceres and these, it would have been miles of line, and it didn't work out. So this is the next alternative that they're looking at.
Because of the pipe size? Because they're doing it on water, right? And you don't know. Okay, we'll talk
I
about this
haven't
later.
worked my way through the
I'm
feasibility
sorry.
study yet, but I
Yep.
know it's there.
Okay.
All right, any other items from?
That's it.
Okay, then we will adjourn to the March meeting.
March 25th.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.